Are you someone who struggles to learn new German words and then somehow you manage to learn those words but then get confused between the similar sounding words like enthalten, einhalten, erhalten? Don't worry, you're not alone. We are all in the same boat. So if you're among these people, then this video is going to really help you to learn new words. You would not want to forget point number 5, because there I'm going to teach you how to estimate the meaning of the words by understanding their structure. Hello everyone, willkommen auf meinem YouTube-Kanal Learn German with Turbo. On this channel, we are preparing for our Goethe exams. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to learn hundreds of German verbs every day. But if you want to learn how to learn hundreds of nouns in German language every day, then watch my previous video. I'm going to share the link in the description box below. So without delay, let's go. So let's start with tip number 1. This tip is going to add hundreds of words to your vocabulary instantly without learning even a single word. And this tip is about the insertion of zu in a word. Anytime you see the word zu added in between a word like mit zu kommen, mit zu bringen, ein zu kaufen, like that, just remove the zu. Whatever is left with you is the word, and it means exactly the same with and without zu. Now the only difference that comes when the word zu is inserted is that it emphasizes that action. For example, when I want to emphasize that I've forgotten to buy something, I would say, ich habe vergessen, ein zu kaufen. Now my tip number 2 is about those problematic, tricky words, which we, no matter how much try, we keep forgetting their meanings. So I have this personalized way of learning those words. So what I do is, I like to make a story around its meaning, and then the story sticks and it brings the meaning along with it. For example, look at the word angesehen. So angesehen means somebody who is respected, who is distinguished. Now I learned the meaning by dividing the word into two pieces, two parts, which was sehen and an. So sehen means look or see, and an means at. So I made a story like, who do you look at? Who do you like to look at? You like to look at somebody who is respected, who is distinguished, who has a certain place in the society. So this is the way I tried to learn the meaning, and then I never forgot the meaning. Another example can be bestehende. Broke the word into two, stehen. So stehen, you know it means standing, and be here adds a meaning like something which is like, continuous. So which is continuously standing, something which is continuously going on or standing. What do you call it? You call it existing, right? So this is how I try to make a personalized story based on my understanding, my way of understanding things, and then those stories stuck around the words, and then I could easily recall the meanings. Now it's not necessary that you would make the same kind of story. You would make your own personalized stories. You would make your own personalized logics around those meanings, and the logics do not have to be in any way logical. It just needs to make sense to you. That's it. So now my tip number 3 is make sentences. So if you learn a new word, always try to make a simple, basic sentence with that word. So next time when you come across that word, you might forget the word's exact meaning, but if you happen to recall the sentence that you made with that word, you would easily be able to recollect the meaning of that word. Now my tip number 4 of learning verbs is very similar to tip number 1 of learning nouns. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. In that I'm explaining how Germans do not like to form new words, and they use the existing words to form new nouns and new verbs. Now how is that done with verbs? Whenever you come across a new verb, try to break it, try to split it, and observe that there will be a prefix and a verb, a simpler verb that you already know. these verbs are very basic, like sehen, laufen, stehen, all the basic verbs that you already know. So now let's move on to tip number 5, in which I'm going to explain you how to understand the meaning of a prefix and use it to understand the meaning of the entire verb. So we are going to start with the most basic prefix in this video, but if you find any other prefix that you want to learn about, share that in the comments below. I will explain that prefix with its meaning, usage and lots of examples to you in the comments. Okay, so let's talk about the first one, which is mit. So mit conveys the meaning of something which is happening along, or togetherness or participation. So when I say mitbringen, it means to bring along. Mitkommen, to come along. Mitschreiben. Now if you don't know the meaning of the word mitschreiben, let's split it and find the meaning. So schreiben means to write. Mit means along. So when you write along, basically when you're taking notes, right? So mitschreiben means to take notes. So this is how you can derive the meaning. Now let's look at the next prefix, ab. So ab conveys separation or something going far away, right? For example, when I say abreisen, so reisen means to travel, but ab means away. So when you travel away, what are you doing? You're basically departing. So abreisen means depart. Abschalten. Ab also conveys the meaning of something being in the off state. So abschalten is to switch off. Then absagen, right? So absagen, cancel. Now the next prefix is un. Now this is basically used as the English un, like friendly, unfriendly, happy, unhappy. Same way we use un in German to convey the opposite. For example, freundlich, unfreundlich, glücklich, unglücklich, bekannte, unbekannte. That's all for today's video. If there are any other prefix or words that you want to learn about, leave them in the comments below. I'll explain you the words and the prefix with their meaning, their usage and lots of examples. So if you're preparing for Goethe exams, don't feel shy. Leave your doubts below regarding the registration, courses, sample papers, ready metal or any other material that you need to prepare and ace your Goethe exams. So thank you so much for watching. Meet you in the next video with lots of more tips and tricks. Viel Glück!